yelling
And we're
at
in.
Joy.
Hello. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Welcome to the show. Hope you're all well. It is Sunday. It is Some Other Heroes Day. Welcome to this queer dungeoneer stream of Dungeons and Dragons set in a homebrew world of floating islands and sky-ships and strange magic and a mystery mansion today.
Spooky mansion.
My name is Chris. I use he, him. I have the absolute honour and joy of being the GM and the producer for this, our ongoing campaign. With me are my four regular cast members, all of whom will introduce themselves. And I think, if it's okay, we'll go to Michelle first, if you please.
Hi everyone, I'm Michelle, my pronouns are she, her, and today I will be playing the slightly sniffly skier.
Aww.
Yes.
Everyone send healing vibes to Michelle's white blood cells, please.
Please,
She has
thanks.
A small summer cold, so
Yeah.
it was-
I'm good.
Yeah,
Just,
so she
if
might
you
be a
wonder
little
why I
croaky.
sound...
We've just decided Skier's allergic to the feather that she's picked up.
Yeah.
I thought you were just going for your sexy husky voice for
Oh,
us.
yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
I wish.
He has
Yeah.
the voice.
Next, Theo.
Hello, I am Theo. I use they, them pronouns, and I will be playing the half-elf wizard Eugene.
Woo! Amazing. And Charlie, would you go next?
Yes. Hello, I'm Charlie. I use she, her pronouns. I'm playing the not sniffly but sending healing magics to those who are sniffly. Saw Warlock. Ashley.
Amazing. She's multi-classing again, folks.
Cleric. One level in cleric. Let's go.
Yeah. Let's go.
Let's go.
That's how it works. One level in everything, right?
One
That's
level
how
in
you-
Yeah.
everything, yep.
That's
amazing.
multi-class. Got to catch them all, you know.
And last but definitely not least, Wayne.
Hi, everybody. I am Wayne. My pronouns are he, him. And today I shall be playing the Dragonborn Rock, who thinks everyone's being really dramatic and should just get over their colds.
But would probably be making more noise than everybody else if he had a cold.
If he had a
shut
cold,
up.
but then if he has a completely fatal, terminal, horrible vine growing in him, silence.
Oh my god.
You know, whatever.
Oh, let
I'm
it
not-
go,
I'm not
Ashley.
bitter or
Let it
anything.
go.
So over it. So over it.
Nope, never. You're never getting away with that one, I don't think.
Jeez.
Right. So, before we jump into today's episode, we have a few quick announcements to get through, just to shout out some people we love and also draw attention to our wonderful mods. We have two amazing mods, Bespectacled Man, who is Nikki, and Hedgehawk, Hedge, both of whom you will see in chat on a regular basis. They are there to keep the place safe and allow us time to concentrate on the game. We run a safe space here at Some Other Heroes. It is focused on the LGBTQIA plus family, but everyone is welcome. In order to keep the place safe, we do not and will never put up with any sort of homophobia, transphobia, racism, ableism, misogyny, or anything along those lines. If that is a flavour that you like, I'm afraid that we're not the right place for you. And
No
Hedge
toast, no
and
Tories.
Nikki are here just to make sure that everybody here feels comfortable and safe. If you do notice something in while we are playing and it has not been picked up on, please just whisper to either of them and just let them know what you've seen. They will check it out and hopefully get rid of sort of problem quick as possible. You shouldn't ever feel unsafe in this environment. You should be here for the funs, the giggles, and the silliness, because that's what we do here.
Silliness. Well, I'll have you know we're a very serious party.
Very serious.
Lies you
And
tell
tactical.
yourself. Secondly, we would like to shout out some of our friends. We will eventually, probably in the next week or so, be moving over to a new format where we're going to be putting our friends and other shout outs into our break. Just a kind of a chance for everybody to advertise it. So if you have any projects coming up, anything in the queer space, TTRPG space, or anywhere else, and you would like us to shout it out, please drop us a message on our socials at Some Other Heroes, wherever your media is socialed, and we will get back to you and chat about what you need. But in the meantime, we still have some regular friends we want to shout out. So, to start with...
I mean, they're a bit irregular, but that's okay.
I'm not calling that into question.
Yeah.
Dal is here, so we would like to shout out Forest of Law. Forest of Law are at the other end of the day to us normal, so we always appreciate when Dal can swing past. They are a variety TTRPG channel based down under in Australia. They're doing wonderful things with Dal's homebrew world, which are developing at the moment. I think they have a couple of casting calls out as well, so keep an eye on what they're doing. If you can support them, please do swing past and do so. Secondly, Hedge is here, so Misadventurers League are here. Misadventurers League is a variety TTRPG channel based in the UK, but reaching out to Europe and beyond. Join Hedge and an amazing team of people as they play through a variety of different TTRPGs. Presently, they are casting out, or they've just finished casting for Cyberpunk Red, and they are casting for a Digimon-inspired game, which I think is amazing.
No way, that's
I just
amazing.
What? Sign me the hell up.
So pop past their socials, give them support, and have a look at what they're doing. In addition to that, I think is this week they have a special chat about autism in TTRPG space, which I think is a very important topic because not everybody sees or relates to the world in the same way, so understanding is the best way to help each other navigate something that is quite important to all of us here.
What,
Queer
people with
Dungeoneers and
tisms
with
playing
tismy
RPGs?
Dungeoneers.
No way, man.
Yeah. It's a charity one-shot as well. Obviously, they're, twice the reason to pop past as well. And some really great people there as well. Third, and definitely not least, our wonderful friends, Dice and a Slice. Dice and a Slice are the only Dungeons & Dragons podcast powered by baked goods. Join Josh, Alicia, Tom and Jazz as they carry on their adventures through Josh's homebrew world, a nautical-themed piratical adventure with a prison break that is going very interestingly. Their new episode drops on Monday or Tuesday, depending on when Alicia can get to it. She's a very busy lady, very talented, but, she's got a life. But she will get it out to you this week.
And there's only so much editing you can do in certain hours.
Yeah, exactly. But it's a very exciting story, and you should pop past, give them support. I'd say tell them that we sent you, but you can on their socials. Just let them know that we love them. We will catch up with them very soon, hopefully. So, Michelle, I think you might have a couple of projects you want to shout out. Is that still going on?
Do I?
Kickstarter?
Kickstarter, Shards of the Artisan. Yes, still going. There's only a few days left if you want to back it. You want to get some cool
merch. Cool merch.
TCG.
TCG.
Thank you. Too many T's. Go check it out. Give it a follow. Give it some support. It'd be great to get this kickstarted so we can spread it out to other artists as well once it's done. But yeah, that's what I'm a part of, so yeah, thanks. It'd be great to check it out.
Have you got that link, Michelle? I do not.
I'm gonna find it and then pop it in the chat
Thank you.
while you're all talking about other things.
Wonderful. Yes, Michelle also posted a link for it in our Discord, which you will see comes up on a regular basis for our chat. If you're not a member of our Discord already, do pop past. It's a really lovely, friendly
Why not?
space full of wonderful people. There's regular posting of art. I'm going to get back onto the lore drops on a regular basis, particularly after this big chunk we're doing at the moment. I think people want to know more about the world. Yeah, there's lots of Beast Companions, memes galore, and just wonderful support for each other. Just keeping a nice, warm, welcoming space for you wonderful community that you have, that has popped up around this very funny little show that we make on a regular basis. Okay, other than that, is there anything I have missed? Anyone I've missed? Cool.
Nah.
So I think with that, just leaves for me to drop the titles.
Boy
No.
heat.
No
Dear.
context. No
No context.
explanation.
With no context, we're back in. So apparently
Hi.
Michelle has that boy heat, so we're just
Got
going to
that
go
boy
with
heat.
Got that boy heat.
that. So I think on that funny note,
It's like a hot girl summer.
yeah, exactly.
Yes.
But sweatier.
Just leaves for me to say nothing apparently. Previously on Some of the Heroes.
It's going well good today, lads.
It arrives when it wants to.
Yep.
Our 4 friends, partially chosen, have made their way to the former estate of one of their known enemies, Pyrun Pyrus. It has been a tough journey out of Cloud's Cairn, being set upon by a gigantic rock which they managed to take down, though not without injury, and nearly losing their wizard, Eugene. One T-Rex travel later, and they found themselves on the outskirts of the estate and quickly
Worth it.
assessed how tense things truly were. Although things tick along normally, the presence of the City Watch from Cloud's Cairn holding the estate is clearly causing some tension. They met 2 very friendly, though not very bright, orcs who are labourers on the farms, who had a lot to say, but not a lot to offer. They suggested perhaps they should head in and talk to the lieutenant who currently is in charge of the area, which of course was actually their plan anyway. So we left them marching through the small hamlet towards what passes as both the inn and the trade house, out the front of which, even from a distance, you can see a few tin hats talking to a handful of locals. So, you are crunching through the snow, making your way towards this building. Any thoughts between the lot of you?
No thoughts, only vibes.
Only vibes.
Yep.
You are making your way through the snow-filled streets towards the tavern stroke trade post. As you're getting closer, you can see that there are 3 figures in the familiar leather garb and silver helms of the City Watch. One of them is a human, female, quite tall, very well built, dark-skinned with like very black hair that's been tied back in sensible braids. Oddly, over her uniform, she wears a bright blue sash, which is not standard, and she is wearing a few more bits of jewelry than you would normally expect on there. I think anybody can make a quick history check for me.
I mean,
Not
I'll
my,
give
not my
it a
strong
go.
point. Oh, I say that, but oh, blimey!
Yeah.
I got 23.
23, nice.
All right.
Yeah.
18.
18,
Got a 19.
19. Oh, cool.
That's
Yeah.
great for us,
29.
Ashleen.
29.
Oh.
20. All right. Never mind.
Yes.
All right. Put the dice away.
Sorry, everyone.
Theo. I mean, Eugene can taste history.
Nom, 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 nom.
You realise this is culturally appropriate attire for a certain group of people from south who mostly predominantly live around Ashur and parts of Daklan. It's a cultural difference, but it is very rare to see this far north, but it's one of those, you feel like one of those places that Cloud's Kern would be a comfortable place for somebody who wants to present their culture to sort of appear as well. So it's one of the things that Cloud's Kern does very well. It's a proper melting pot, unlike most other cities. She is standing talking, and you can see, I mean, I think with some of your passive insights, you can see that there's like a professional calm to her, to a very tall, very well-built man who clearly has spent his whole life working with his hands, with like graying hair that's kind of just a bit wild but tied back in a loose ponytail, and just like a beard that's just a little, about 5 days too far, just due a bit of a trim, but clearly he's been too busy to deal with it. And with him are 2 other figures, a female orc in leather armor that's different from the City Watch, who's got a lot of bow and arrows, and a quite skinny human man who looks just the far side of his teenage years, just coming into his manhood properly, wearing very similar leathers to her, and they're kind of all in quite close conversation with the City Watch. The other 2 City Watch members are quite interesting. One of them is a Minotaur, which you do not see very often at all. They have their arms folded in like a patient way. They're kind of giving a clear space because with an energy that kind of says, I'm used to people being nervous of me, so I'm going to make sure that I am not looming and I am not making people feel that way. And next to them, talking with the lieutenant, who you recognise, is a kobold, who is tapping their palm and kind of explaining things to the orc in the leather armour, who is nodding quite along quite heartily. As you approach, it's very difficult to kind of be stealthy up to this one. If you want to try and sneak up on them, you can, but there's not a lot of space to kind of like deliberately. It would be have to be deliberate as opposed to.
I don't think Rock wants to try and stealth up to them, because we did say we're going to sort of go present ourselves at the end. So I feel like maybe stealth isn't. not required for this one.
Yeah, no, we're not stealthing, but Ski is just like marking out like what she would be doing if she was stealthing. She'd be like, yeah, I can just go over there, hide behind that guy. They're not watching over there.
You're just casting a bunch of hunter's marks on everyone.
Yeah.
If I see a skier heading, if Rock sees skier heading off into like towards a shadow, he's just going to grab her by the collar and just pull her back to the group.
We need one of those kids' harnesses for skier when we're around people like this.
Let me hide.
The fact that it's Ashling's player saying that.
Yeah.
Good point. Good point. Okay, fine. We need one with 2 clips. The anti-tangle ones, you know.
I'm not holding those leashes. Forget it.
So, because you guys are approaching, sorry, go on, Wayne.
No, I was going to say, I think Rock would probably try and head towards the group that's standing talking. Does it look like a tense conversation or just a kind of general, we're standing around talking kind of thing?
I will have an insight check off of you. Mostly because you don't know these people yet.
23 again. No, wait. 18, 19, 20, 21. Sorry.
21. It could be tense, if that makes sense. It's being very civil. It's just at that point where these are 2 people that... This is 2 groups of people, both trying to be professional, and not necessarily working at the same speed as one another. So they have different jurisdictions, different focuses, and the energy you're getting from the body language around it is... this is a group of people who are usually in charge being forced to check in with a group of people who are from outside. So
got it. Okay. I think in that case, I will probably go up to the Minotaur who is standing kind of slightly separate from them, so that I'm not interrupting that group, but they're kind of within earshot.
Yeah. So as you guys approach, the conversation slows down anyway, and like the orc is the first person to spot you, and she kind of settles her eyes on all of you, and then everybody else stops and kind of turns. So I think you do get to the Minotaur first, but by that point in time, everyone has kind of noticed your group.
I'm just going to wave, like very friendly, like we're just sort of touristy, you know. Oh, hello. I'm so sorry. We didn't mean to interrupt.
You're not that interrupting, really, the orc says. And she kind of looks at the human. Lieutenant, one of yours? They seem quite well kitted out for common travellers.
Well, we're certainly not common travellers, but... is this the inn?
Again, yes, well spotted. This will be the inn. If you need to go inside, Sovu will be able to help you. This is the point in time that the lieutenant kind of turns and looks at you, and then there's that glint of recognition, and she smiles. I do know who these people are. And she bows deeply. My Lord Champions, it is good to see all of you.
I mean, the titles are not necessary. I mean, thanks, but they're not necessary. We thought we would stay at the inn. We met some lovely locals who suggested that we stay here for the night, and then we're just making our way up to the mansion house, farmhouse, whatever the house is.
Sorry, she stops. She goes, sorry, my name is Lieutenant Pyrun Artery. I'm in charge of the city guard. She's choosing her words very carefully, because as soon as she says in charge, both the older man and the orc seem to bristle a little bit, of the garrison here. We are offering our support and security given the situation, which I'm fairly certain you must be aware of. It's the Rock, isn't it?
Yes, that's right. I mean, we are aware of it. That's why I say we wouldn't want to kind of inconvenience or cause any trouble. We just wanted to come in and sort of stay at the inn and maybe have a drink and a sit down. My feet are killing me. But I mean, if this is not a good time, we can always come back.
You all do look like you have seen some action. Are you all right? Was there any trouble on the road?
Oh yes, there was quite a large trouble, large feathery kind of trouble.
On fire trouble.
Yes, so we weren't really expecting the attack, but So yes, we could probably do with a little rest if that's all right.
Oh, okay. Yes, absolutely. I mean, if me and my men and I could be of any assistance to what... I mean, pardon my directness, but what brings you to a quite remote area?
I'm just going to pause and just go, well... and in the group chat, I'm going to just go, well, what am I saying?
Investigation?
Well, we got
a letter. Just show them the letter from
we
Rebecca.
have a permit.
We're just here because we have been granted access to the homestead up there. Just because we're doing a bit of research and trying to figure some things out, and so we've been granted permission. But we thought we'd just stop in the village for the evening and rest here first.
Mm-hmm.
I see. That makes perfect sense. May I see the document, please?
Oh yes, of course. Who has the document?
I'm assuming that Eugene has it.
Obviously.
Thanks,
to the real adult.
Eugene has it. Chris, while they're looking at the document, I want to very intentionally towards the people who look like the locals. I just would like to say, Zago and Dubak were right. This village is really beautiful. It's lovely here.
Nice.
I'm not going to talk to them, but I'm just going to say it so that I make sure they hear me saying to everyone that the village is beautiful and mentioning names of the two kids.
Roll me just a straight charisma check.
Straight charisma. Ugh.
That's not a thing.
I have no straight charisma.
No.
It's an oxymoron, to be honest.
Be nice.
Charisma.
Okay. God.
I'm trying. Okay, that's a 20. Unnatural 20.
An unnatural 20. That's fine. They ease a little bit. I can say there's definitely a lot of curiosity around why you're here. In fact, the orc leans forward and kind of puts out her hand. I am Igvuk. I am head of the local militia, and I am also headhunter for the estate.
Oh, how fascinating! Well, it's very nice to meet you. I am hoping we're not going to impose on your time or cause any disruption. We just would like to do our job, and we have no intention of interfering with anything that you are doing here. So please rest assured.
Good.
We will do our best to stay out of your way.
Good. This is Turgle Alpenfrost. She points to the older man. He runs the mill and is one of the people helping run the estate at the moment.
Yes, you have been mentioned. A couple of people mentioned your name as apparently being the one who is in the know and runs things around here, if I'm not mistaken.
And this is Geoglass Striker. She points to the skinny man, young man behind her. He is my apprentice. And the boy almost goes bright pink, being kind of attended and tries to look as small as he can.
Oh, he's a work experience.
Oh.
I'm going to say very quietly towards Turgil.
Turgil. Turgil. Big T over there.
I'm just going to say, yes, a number of people were very clear that you're really the one in charge here.
He kind of gives you a unreadable look for a second. If it comes
Rock
to
immediately assumes it's flirting.
I mean, he's got big arms, so...
Uh-oh.
Everything else at this point is irrelevant.
He folds his arms across his chest for a second and just kind of...
Uh-oh.
I'll be honest with you. Rock, was it?
That's right.
Yeah. This is a really quiet little place, and the people here have been through a lot. I would appreciate it, whatever business you're doing, is minimal disruption and doesn't hurt anyone here any further.
Who's been hurt here?
We've lost both Our Lady and our Lord in the last decade. We're being accused of helping elicit some sort of conspiracy. I never said you were complicit. I merely asked if there was anything you had noticed out of the odd. That's... Turgle, we've been through this a few times now. We are here to help. And you have been. But my people are not happy with how long this has taken, and they want to get back to their lives. As soon as I have orders from the Citadel, of course we will withdraw and return the estate to the people who know how to run it. But for now, for your security, for the nation's security, we are needed. He kind of harumphs, and he kind of turns on you all. Just don't bring any more trouble, please. And then kind of turns on his heel and stomps off.
Awful defensive.
He's going to hate us by the end of the day.
He already hates us.
He already hates us. Yeah.
Well, speak for yourselves. I think he was flirting with me.
I think everyone's flirting with you.
Oh, that makes sense.
Anyway, can we go into the inn and maybe get a room?
Oh, please don't let me keep you. Sovu is lovely, and you are safe here between my men. And if my men can help, and she passes the letter back to you, please let us know. Entry to the estate is dependent on the main head butler, but I can find him and see how soon he can. He's currently helping out on a couple of the farms just to make sure there's no. It's that sort of place.
And his name is what?
Bolm Sharden.
I'm sorry?
Bolm, Bolm, Sharden.
Bolum.
Okay.
But I'm certain he has been very helpful, so I'm certain he will be able to get you in. In the meantime, and forgive me for saying this, you all look like you could use a drink, so please rest up, and I will come back with news as soon as I can.
I don't know what you mean. I think we look fabulous. I'm just going to turn around and look at everyone standing there with bloodstains and...
Massive claw marks across my chest.
Feathers
Okay, I
everywhere.
take your point.
And she snaps her attention. Oh, and before she speaks, she goes, this is Sergeant Oesna. She points to the Minotaur. And this is Lance Corporal Jajir. She points to the kobold who quickly signed something, and you realise what they were doing before was they were signing to the orc.
Oh, I shall very quickly sign back. It's a pleasure to meet you. We shall try not to inconvenience you.
They sign back saying, if there's anything I can do to help, I can get into places some people can't. And the lieutenant
Got one of those.
I will immediately sign back and just say, that is a very good point, and we should definitely keep it in mind.
Mm-hmm.
Legally, the lieutenant says, and the Lance Corporal snaps a quick, tidy salute and follows her.
I'm just going to look at her and immediately just say, Well, of course, I assumed nothing less.
She smiles. Master Eugene, Ms. Ashling, and I'm not familiar with your fourth companion, your newer companion.
That's okay. You call me.
Could I have a name?
Yes, Skylar.
Oh my
Skylar Skyvinston.
Skylar. Okay, Skylar, it is a pleasure to meet you.
And you.
Rock's just like shaking his head in his hands.
That was so good. That proper caught me off guard. Oh my god.
It's such a great skier moment.
Shit.
Yes, you're not.
That's so on brand.
That's what I want.
She smiles and steps away, and I think the more sharp-eared of you, as you kind of walking away, Osina goes, I mean, Grim was right. They are very interesting people.
Hell yeah.
Rude.
I like that Ashling's like, yeah. Eugene's like,
Eugene's like, I'm not interesting. No, of course not.
Dear. So, you are in front of the inn. It's a fairly modest building. It's like you can see a little sort of trade room. It's like a little shop been made out of an antechamber. Inside, there's a couple of voices inside, not very many. It's quite, there's a smell of food being cooked inside. And do you go in?
Yes. I can't remember, Chris. Who was it they said would look after us at the inn? They mentioned a name.
Sovu.
Sofu.
Sovu.
Okay. I think I'll just kind of go in and look around to see if there's anywhere that looks like a counter or somewhere that we can go and ask for.
Yeah. Very easy to find. As soon as you step through, it's literally just one large open common room with a couple of spaces where you can see they can throw down some pallets if they need to for people that want to stay overnight and the like. It's really simple fare. It's probably the most basic of inns that you've been in for a long time. Behind the towards the clientele, there are two halflings currently sitting, both at the bar. One both female, currently holding hands, chatting, and they're talking to a much taller figure who is probably about the same height and build as Rock, but very wrapped in very warm clothing, which you're initially like, it seems like they're trying to hide themselves until you realise it's for warmth. Just out from a hood that's pulled all the way up is a long green snout that's very thin and has like a bulbous end, serrated teeth pointing in either direction. And you realise this is an Aragana, a lizard folk.
yes.
For those at home,
yeah.
it's a gharial crocodile type.
We
just saw
got that
Charlie gasp. So.
Gharials are my favourite animals.
Totally didn't do that to make you gasp.
I'm fine. I'm fine. Holy shit.
And that immediately makes sense why why they're so closely wrapped up and why they're so covered is because most Aragana exist in the south, and climbs up here can get quite cold, but they seem to have found a way to kind of cope, and they're kind of chatting away happily, and then kind of turn to you and like beckon you forward as you come in.
We all edge forward, except Skier, who skulks forward. I'm so sorry to interrupt. We were just looking for possibly to rent a room for the night, a room or two, if you have.
I have two options. says the Aragana.
That would be
A small holding that you can rent for a night. Or Sovo can set you up a bed in here. Once everyone else has gone home.
Bed singular.
Beds, of course, one each.
Ah, because we normally share.
what a space on the floor. What was the first option again?
A small holding, a small house. Sovo
Oh no, that
has-
would be great. Yeah, the small house, if possible.
This is 10. This is 9 silver for night. Floor
That's
option
absolutely fine.
is 2 copper.
Oh no, the 9 silver is perfectly fine. Thank you. That would be very, very helpful. And possibly if we could also order some drinks and some food, and maybe you have a first aid kit. That'd be great.
Bit of Savlon.
So we're
back
gonna-
there.
I know it's got to be antiseptic.
Yeah. Take seats, and Sovo will be over to help with all your needs.
Oh, you're Sofu.
Thanks.
Yes, I am Sovo.
Oh, we've heard that you're very very popular, and we were told you would look after us.
One of the halflings says, Sovu is a proud part of this community, which is more than I can say. And her wife kind of just grabs her by the hand and goes, No. We're not starting bickering with another group of outsiders just because of what's happened.
Let us
Sorry,
speak.
we're...
He is itching for a fight.
No, go on.
Go on
Give me
then.
the gossip.
I think when her wife says that, I'm gonna, if they're close by, I'm just gonna kind of put a hand
right,
out
because
to
you're all at the counter together, yeah.
I'll put a hand out to introduce them and just say, honestly, feel free to speak your mind. I'm sure that a small village like this is not terribly enamored by being invaded by anyone. My name is Rock.
Well, at least one of them's got manners, she says. I'm Vantis Longshakes, and this is my wife Palip. And the halfling that was trying to hush her kind of like rubs her brow a little bit. I'm the village blacksmith. If you've got any weapons that need looking at or anything, I can help, or any armour that needs repairing.
Oh, well, that's
Not-
very good to meet you.
I'm more joins, but I have done some weapon and armory stuff in my past. So, what are you all here for? So, Vantis just kind of spins on her chair so she's facing you all, and kind of like, you can tell this is a woman who likes to gossip as well.
Ski is sat right up on a stool next to her, like leaning on the bar, like, tell me everything.
Oh my god, I love it. Ski is a messy bitch who loves drama.
Yes. Why did I get into this job?
I think Rock will kind of will just kind of lean down almost conspiratorially and just kind of say, well, I'd love to say it was something terribly nefarious and dodgy, but it's not really. We're actually just coming to have a look at the mansion to see if we can figure out what really happened and see if we can do any good.
Her eyes narrow at you, and kind of like, you can see she's taking in your accent and your demeanour. Just so you know, even if you take the mansion off the hand, you'll never be him, right?
What? You mean to live in?
Yeah.
Oh, good
that's
lord,
what you're saying,
no.
right?
No. We're here
No,
to just
what?
have a look at it. Oh God, no. We have no intention of taking over the mansion. We have a lovely mansion back in the city.
Well, you in your lovely mansion in the city, just remember that this place is for us, right?
Yeah. Look, we just
Totally.
those people. We've just been told lots of stuff by official people, and in my experience, they don't really know what's going on. It's people like you that knows what's going on.
I'm not a normal mum. I'm a cool mum.
Oh, cool, Mom. And you know, we just want to know what's going on.
Persuasion check, please, Skia.
Can I help by just kind of saying to Sia, like, I if I can, I would like to help her by actually turning to Skia and going, "Oh, don't start that now. You know the official ones never know what's going on, but I'm sure we'll find out later."
Oh yes.
Yeah, why not? I
The
think
shade this episode is delicious.
One was a nat 1, but the other
Oh,
18,
Hey.
18.
which is quite good for skier.
That's pretty good. She kind of seems to soften a little bit. Well, you all look like you're weary from the road, but I'm going to be around and I'll be back this evening. You and I will. I'll tell you what's really going on around here.
Yeah,
I
you
will.
know what's going on. You see what's going on around here. I like you. I like you, Fantis.
Palette behind. Her wife Palette behind her is just kind of like, just things are tense at the moment, as you can imagine. We don't know what's going on. Turgil and the lieutenant are doing everything they can to keep things moving along, but we're all tired, and there's a lot of suspicion going around about who was working with his lordship and not, and none of us knew, and to be honest, a lot of us don't believe.
well, I would love to buy you both a drink if you would like to join us once we've managed to rest a little, or if you're back this evening, perhaps. And honestly, we'd love to hear what you have to say, and I am completely happy to share with you that we are really just trying to find out the truth and a bit more about what happened. We're not really here to accuse anyone or to try and uncover anything. We just want to find out a bit more of what actually happened, and we know that there's quite a story behind what happened, including you losing the ladyship a little while ago, and we know that that's been a trigger, so we'd like to find out more about that.
Well, we will come back this evening because of your very kind invitation, and we will give you as much information as we can. See, love, it wasn't so bad, was it? Palette kind of looks at you all and just kind of smiles gently and goes, "We'll help if we can."
It's very kind of you.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to sit down because I think I'm still bleeding.
Yes.
Oh yeah, ew, yeah, you are.
So the halflings say goodbye to Sovu, who smiles. As you notice that she tries very hard not to grin when she smiles, almost like she's trained herself not to show too many teeth, which is very hard for her to do. But there seems to be this genuine warmth towards Sovu as well. So, and as soon as they leave, Sovu comes round the counter. She has a little medical kit and some medicinal herbs, and she helps you all patch yourself up. You may all, if you haven't done so already, or you need to, you may all take a short rest. And
Get me some hit points.
because of Sovu's help, you may roll 1 hit dice for free.
Treat yourself.
Awesome.
What
Chris, what kind of time is it at the moment?
Oh, delicious.
So you left
Late
quite
afternoon.
early. So by the time you kind of left and everything, I think it's probably mid-afternoon. Like it's probably getting on to the end of the farmer's day. So Sovu provides you all with stew and whatever drinks you need to. It's not as fine a fare as you might find in some of the posher places in New Doan or Klauskern, but it's really hearty food, designed to fill bellies and warm souls. She is very charming. Her mannerisms are obviously very sharp and quick because Aragana, and she always seems to be very hard to read, but she kind of almost tries to overcompensate in that regard because she's aware of the fact that other people find her harder to read. You find out that she is from the forest of Lyrith in the south. She is from Ashur, and she actually met Marsil Pyrus before she was Pyrun's wife. And they bumped into each other when she moved. She came to Cloud's Cairn to basically try and set up her own inn in a place that would accept her. She got tired of the way things are in Ashur and decided to head north. Found it very difficult in the city and bumped into Marsil very randomly in the street. And just, again, she's like, looking how I am, looking how she does. Sophie was very easy to spot, and Marsil immediately just grabbed her and they caught up. Marsil offered her a job on the estate, and she has been here ever since for about 13 years. Had to work twice as hard as everybody else to get accepted. Once she was, everybody has been incredibly warm and accommodating.
I think Rock will just say to her, "Oh, that's really lovely that you found a home here." And it sounds like Marcel was really lovely.
Marcel was good friend to Savu and to everybody on the estate. She brought out the best in Pyrun as well.
And what was he like? I mean, did you know him very well also?
Yes. Pyrun loved the estate. He loved the people that protected him when his father was cruel, and found love and joy amongst his learning and keeping the estate running better than his father had ever done.
Was he particularly close to anyone else in the village or anyone that worked for him?
Yes, he was close to Balm Sharden and Balm's father before him. He trusted Turgle like a brother, and he asked Igavk and the orcs to join the estate, and paid for training and support to bring them in as well. They always very fond of him, including the twins who he saw grow up. He was a good landlord and a better friend, which is why Sovu finds the news that comes from the city quite distressing.
Yes, I can imagine.
But if you are here to see the mansion, Balm will help, I'm sure. And if you want more information, Sovu will help, particularly if we can understand what happened and put terrible past behind us. She's saying this, and she's kind of wrapping Eugene's wounds very gently, and she's because of her size and her demeanor, you kind of I don't know whether how you feel, Eugene, but she's incredibly gentle and very thorough, and she tells you everything that she's doing as she's kind of bandaging you up.
Cute.
Love Sobu so much.
The vibe. Can I do an insight check on Sovu when she's talking about all this stuff?
Yeah.
Is the vibe I'm getting? They're almost like the people here are almost refusing to believe Pyrun could be anything bad. Be anything bad at all. Or
give me an insight check, please.
Good shout.
Unnatural 20.
Oh.
You are right. The vibe is they are having a really hard time digesting this idea that Pyrun is a traitor to Cloud's Kern. And he is involved in this conspiracy, and that this has been happening under their feet. Sovu is quite an easy person to read, ironically, once you get used to her mannerisms. But both the way she talks about Pyrun and the past, and the way she talks about the estate, you get the impression that everyone here didn't see this coming, and there is an energy that kind of indicates, and I think Sovu even drops this kind of comment as a going. There are some people who think that this is a conspiracy by the city to take the estate.
Yeah. That's the kind of that makes sense. Like, it makes sense why there's this tension, right? Because they refuse to see it, so they actually. Cool. Okay. Cool.
So ironically, proving this would probably help them move on.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. What do we want to do? Do we want to rest and then hang out, or do we want to go speak to like the lieutenant? Away from. Do you want me to go spy?
Oh. What time of day is it right now?
It's getting on. I say it's probably getting on for about 3 or 4 o'clock.
Okay.
I think Sovu lets you know that people will probably be coming in for evening drinks very soon. They tend to start drinking early and then go to bed early because farmers.
Rages.
Okay.
Well, I mean, if they're hanging out nearby, we could go and have a little chat and maybe, well, I mean, depends on what everyone else wants to do. I mean, I thought maybe Skia and I could have a little walk around the village and, or even just sit outside and maybe have a drink and, listen to what's going on.
Yeah, I think we should maybe all come up with a plan together on how we want to tackle this.
I suppose we also need to talk about how we're going to sort of tackle and what we're looking for in the mansion as well once we get there.
Yeah. I think tonight we need to maybe kind of divide and conquer talking to people, listening. I think we come at it from an angle of like, we're just like you. We're maybe not rock, but we're just like you.
Maybe not. But you're from the Empire too. And Eugene's family are like legends and sort of, whatever you call them, elite of elven society.
Yeah.
I'll do it all then.
Farm.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, actually, you could do it all.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I think we should all divide and definitely do each. Yeah.
But pair up? Is that what you're thinking?
Well, I think that would be a little less obvious than sort of all 4 of us heading to different areas of the same room to talk to people when we arrive together.
Shuffling as a group to different people.
Yeah, for sure.
But, I think the 2 halflings would be worth talking to again because they said they would like to talk to us. And
for sure.
As you mentioned, they do seem, one of them at least, seems very keen on the discussion. I have to say, I know this isn't terribly sort of diplomatic or sneaky or anything, but my inclination is to not necessarily tell people here what we're planning, but my inclination is to be quite honest with people about the fact that what we've seen doesn't match up with how they know Pyrun, and we're trying to understand that. I feel like if we try and hide and pretend we're doing something we're not, I feel like that could just one slip up and they would all just close up. I feel like just being quite honest about the fact that we don't understand how the person we've encountered or the stories we've heard match up with what they've experienced.
Yeah,
and that might at least make them... Yeah, I'm not going to tell them we're trying to find out stuff about him to try and...
Gaslight, gatekeep,
whatever. Yeah,
I think I'm with you, but I think
the new 3Gs.
Yeah, I think let's just make it seem like we're one step removed, is what I'm thinking. Don't say,
Well,
we've
yes.
met this guy and fought him or whatever. You know, I'm not going to go in there and be like, this guy tried to kill me. But just be like, we heard this. Is it true?
And I think as sort of heroes of Cloud's Cairn, if any of them have heard of us, it gives us a good, position to say, well, yes, we've been asked to find out what's really happened.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's why we're here, and that's why we're going to have a look at the mansion.
Yeah.
We won't mention that we're snooping to find leverage. Might leave that bit
No,
out.
of course.
Um,
Okay, so I'll go with you, Rock, before people start coming in, and Eugene and Ashley, you good pairing up? Eugene, I see panic on your face. Okay. Both of you come here. Both of you come here. Okay. Right, okay.
What?
I
Yeah.
can
Oh
see
god,
your
crash
panic.
course.
Crash course. Eugene, you can talk to people. You don't need to be persuasive, charming. You just need to be interested in what they're saying and ask them questions. You can be charming.
Wow, the shade in that sentence.
I was stuck on you can talk to people.
You're panicking. I'm not good at this stuff. Okay.
Yeah, you are.
Thanks, Ashley. I'm just. Okay.
What do I do?
Right. Well, you can decide between
You
you
can
which one wants to
panic.
do what. One of you talks to people, okay? You just get them to keep talking. You try and keep things light. Don't get anything that's like too, And then the other person, you watch not only how they're reacting, but how other people are reacting to this conversation. Someone starts to maybe say a bit too much. Who's coming over to tell them to shush? Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Okay,
That makes
so
sense.
yeah, one of us can watch out for that, and the other one can try and chat to them about things.
Yeah, and neither of you
Yes,
can do that.
Okay.
Yeah, one of you should watch out that the other one doesn't, say too much. He says, looking directly at Ashley.
Ashley just smiles at him. Hi.
Oblivious.
Yeah. No, her insight's crazy. She knows exactly what you're saying. She just
True.
doesn't care.
Look, the thing is, we are, like I just said, we are being quite honest about the fact that we're trying to find out information, but we're doing it to try and help figure out why this has happened and get the authorities out of the village. I think with that kind of motivation, most people will be willing to speak to you.
Yeah, for sure.
What are
And
some of the main things that we're trying to ask about? Are we trying to ask about his wife mostly?
I think just get them talking about both of them.
Okay.
And, you might just spot certain inconsistencies. Or sometimes someone says, oh, that guy was so great. Some people didn't think so, but I did. And then you could be like, well, who didn't think so? Why?
Okay. Who didn't think so? Why?
Or if they're so no, this man was perfect, then that's a bit like, come on, nobody's perfect. What, you in love with him or something?
Ooh.
Don't say that. I did that once.
Oh.
It did not go well.
Okay. Don't say that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, the thing is, the stories that these people are telling us about Pyrun and, the way that they know him really doesn't match up with what we've seen and experienced. It's like two different people. So I guess anything we can find out that explains, I mean, we know why mostly, but anything that explains why it was so, why it drove him to be such a completely different person. And also anything that we could potentially at some point use to make him realize that he's made a mistake by what he's doing. I mean, already, I think if we mentioned any of the people here that he was apparently so fond of, already I think that gives us more leverage than we've had up till now by a long shot.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. Maybe
But,
don't...
we may find out that this all started after he had a certain visitor or, anything like that we can just try and get more. And then when we go to the house, we've got that information, and then we can start, sort of politely poking around in his private belongings.
So just so I can remember timeline stuff. His wife passed away, and then he kind of shut himself away, but he was still living here, right? I think
That's what we heard, yeah.
That information of that time is what we kind of need, because it's not like this guy was so great and then he disappeared and now they're like, what? That doesn't make sense. They should be able to accept that there was a change there.
Yeah, I kind of want to know whether they noticed anything after she died.
Yeah.
Like, anything at all. Because this is quite a small, close amount of people.
I mean, you literally have to go through this village, past the front door of this inn to get up to the mansion, so...
Yeah.
Hopefully... I mean, obviously losing his wife wouldn't have been a great experience, but it does seem like no one has said so far that, they were shocked that it happened so suddenly, or everyone here just seems to have accepted that she died, but he has not. So it'd just be interesting to find out what happened after and why.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if there's anything I can tell you about living in a small village, it's that nothing happens without someone knowing about it.
And I bet Vantis knows everything.
Or at least thinks she knows everything.
Oh, but sometimes those people that think they know everything still give you information.
Well, even if they don't know everything, they definitely know all the rumors, because they love that gossip.
Exactly. Okay. Right.
And if all else fails, just buy them a couple more drinks. People tend to get a little more loose-lipped when they've had a few drinks.
Okay.
For sure.
I think it's about this time you notice that people are starting to come in.
We notice that everyone's standing around us listening.
Yeah.
Yep.
Really?
There is a few people coming in early, to eat before everybody else arrives. People that can't be bothered to cook this evening, or just to get out of the house. Like, you can see Sovu is a little busy. About half an hour after that, a human lass with straw blonde hair and kind of like a lovely sort of big friendly demeanor about her comes in, and she helps Sovu by serving people and taking orders and things. She keeps dropping by your table, and you kind of get the impression, I think Skier and Aisling very quickly pick up, she's intrigued by the newcomers, and she's trying to hear a bit of your conversation just because she likes a bit of gossip. The village is nicely mixed. There's a few halflings, mostly human, and nearly as many orcs. A couple of dwarves, not as many as there are in Klauskern. Even in this day and age, with a much more cosmopolitan approach, dwarves tend to prefer stone walls. They tend not to do as well out in the country, but
Floating cities of gold, apparently.
That's elves. There are a number of half elves. There are no other types of fae, though. You do notice. So which means Aisling is not in a you're quite different way. You're getting a lot of looks from people. But not in they're worried about you or they have a problem with you. It literally is, you are something that a lot of people haven't seen here.
Like, Aisling's fully used to that by now.
I would imagine. Yeah. I think most of them are just looking and thinking, how does she sit on those chairs?
Great difficulty.
She always has to do the bisexual sit on a stool.
Yeah, exactly. It's like watching Bambi try and sit in a high chair.
That's a brilliant mental image.
Yeah. Crazy. Yeah.
Okay.
most people are fairly normal farmhands and farmers and the like as well. There's a couple of stonemasons who take care of the walls and the like of the estate. Palep and her wife Vantins come back as promised, and Vantins it kind of sets up at the bar and waves at you all almost expectantly.
Bring us her empty glass.
Yep. And Turgle comes back with a middle-aged man, kind of like a shorn head because hair loss, like a scraggly beard, but very like what looks like an old estate tabard, and like which has probably seen better days, but it's still kept very well and very clean. And wonders. Two of them wander directly to your group. Turgle kind of looks you over. He's not unfriendly. He's just concerned why you're here. Lieutenant said that you wanted to talk to Bolm. This is Bolm Sharden. Bolm Sharden, this is Parshkik's chosen. They're here to look over the manor.
It's a title thing in Cloud's Cone. But my name is Rock. This is Eugene, Ashling, and
Skylar.
Skylar.
As if you forgot her name, Rock. She's been with us for ages. God.
Oh yes, of course. I'm just going to gesture to a chair, and I'm going to say to Turgle, would you? Can I buy you a drink? I know we've put you to a lot of distress today or disruption. Would you?
My persuasion with disadvantage.
Oh.
Turgle hates us.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. With
Not
disadvantage, that was a 30.
What the whole fuck?
I rolled a 17 and an 18.
Oh my god.
Well done.
Jesus.
He seems to ease a little bit. I really appreciate the offer. I'm going to pass tonight, but I would like to talk to you all about what you're doing. Under better circumstances tomorrow, maybe I can meet you before you go into the estate. I'd like an understanding because people are going to start asking me questions about why you're here, and I think it'll go smoother for all of us. Yeah, but you have a very good night. And
before he goes, I'm just going to say to him, Turgle, if I may, I don't expect you to be friends with us or to be happy about us being here, but I genuinely mean it when I say we're not here to cause trouble, but more to find out some information about what really happened, and I am more than willing to have a very frank conversation with you about that, should you wish to take me up.
Tomorrow. And I appreciate that, and please understand it's been difficult the last few months, and I am just making sure I'm looking after my people first. Ordinarily,
Of course, I
we'd love
perfectly
to see-
understand.
Ordinarily, in previous years, you would have been a exciting occurrence. But now everyone's just
Still
a little
am.
tense.
We're always an exciting occurrence. Doesn't necessarily mean we're wanted, but we're an exciting occurrence.
Well, try not to be too exciting, please. But I look forward
make no
to
promises.
having a proper chat with you tomorrow.
Understood, and thank you. And I'm just going to introduce myself to Bolm as well.
Bolm sort of politely bows in a very official way, like as in this is someone who is trained and recognizes from your accent that you are somebody of birth, and so bows appropriately. And then if your lordship is okay, I would love to join you for a moment.
Please. My name is Rock. But please do join us. Yeah, as I said, this is Ashling and Eugene and Skylar.
Skylar. Hi.
Sits down and goes, Rock, I appreciate the removal of formality. That is very kind of you. Is the pause on the Skylar a pronunciation thing, or?
You don't need to pause before you say Skylar.
No, it was just a pause for dramatic effect. It's a hangover from my theatre days.
Rock's got a speech impediment. He's very embarrassed by it.
It's just obviously not many people remember to pronounce the K in the right way, and she's had a lot of problems in the past trying to get people to explain how important it is to her as part of her name. So I don't want to cause offence or get it wrong.
No. Go on, you say it. Say my name.
Skylar.
Perfect. Smashed it. Great. Don't need to worry about it.
Applause all around.
Yeah.
Hold on. That's great.
So everyone calls me Aisling, so it's fine.
Ashling is such a pretty name. Why would they get it wrong?
Thanks.
I am to understand you would like to have a tour of the mansion on the morrow.
Yes, we've been given permission to tour and to have a look around ourselves.
Very good. I, of course, would be delighted to show you the late master's home and to assist in any investigations you are partaking in as much as I can. If anything, I would like to clear any shadow of a doubt of the character of the man who has been my employer for most of my life.
Well, this is awkward.
Can I insight check this person, please?
Yeah.
Yeah, what is his vibe?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, can I do it real quick? Because it's...
Can I help Ashling? As
Yeah,
like
is there anything
I
you could
think
do?
I think you can
I
both
gave
roll
the
it separately. It's very difficult.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very difficult to gauge, to kind of do that sort of thing in tandem.
I'll give you a +4.
Ooh, well, both of us. Shit,
Can I do
okay.
both at the same time, Chris?
I think you can only do one person because it's an action. So
Give it to Ashling.
I'll do guidance on Skier then.
Sweet.
You don't want to do that.
Nice.
Okay,
Sorry,
well, so
Skylar.
I got a +4, then it was a nat 20 for a total of 32.
Blimey.
Wow.
Ooh!
Well, that
I can see
beats
this
what I
man's
rolled.
blood type.
Yeah.
That beat what I rolled.
I was going to say, Skier also got a nat 20.
What?
Yeah.
Fuck.
We both know this man. We're like, we see you.
Yeah.
What was your total with a nat 20?
With a nat 20, it's a 32
I
plus
got
a 2
32
from
as well.
plus a 2 from the guidance.
34. Oh my
So,
god.
with a 32 plus, you are not convinced that he actually wants to do this. He's doing it because it's part of his job. He genuinely believes that Pyrun is not what is being said. He's being very polite, but underneath it, and it's a professional politeness, underneath it, he would rather be anywhere else, and he would rather not be dealing with this. But he won't let his duty, get in the way. He won't let his personal feelings get in the way of his duty, which is to the house, to the estate, and presently to support Turgle, who is running the estate.
So he doesn't want to help us because he doesn't want to help find anything that tarnishes Pyrun's name?
Yeah.
Okay.
But he will. And he is ever so slightly conflicted by that, because this is what happens when lawful if you're going to use alignment, this is what happens when lawful characters are conflicted. Is like they will absolutely do the letter of the law, but they will hate themselves for it. And that's where he is at the moment.
Okay. Interesting.
The demeanour that he's giving you.
Ashley and Skier just swap a little look.
Yeah, no.
So, what time would be best for you? Most of the hands are usually out by ninth bell in the morning. I can be free after that. I do not have any other duties tomorrow. It is my day to actually clean the estate and keep it fresh.
Yes, would you like us to meet you there?
That would be good. Yes, I will.
Okay, well, we'll aim to be there straight after sort of 9 bells because you'll be free then. Yes.
Yes, and
Great.
Silvo does an absolutely amazing breakfast hash. You should try it whilst you are here. And that is, he genuinely is proud of Sovu. He really wants you to try that hash.
Oh, we'll definitely do that, and I shall definitely mention you recommended it.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Well, it is an honour, and I look forward to spending more time with you. It is not an honour. He is dreading tomorrow.
There's little sword bubbles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sovu hated. No, wait, not Sovu. Bomb hated that.
Bomb hated that. But I will, as I shall look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. Please enjoy your evening.
Thank you.
Thank you,
We'll
Bob.
see you tomorrow.
Bye.
He bows stiffly and then heads off back into the night, saying
The
goodbye.
second
to
he's
several
out of
people as well.
earshot. The second he's out of earshot. I'm leaning over to Skier and I'm just like, he fucking doesn't want to do any of this, does he?
No, he doesn't. He
What?
doesn't. Hey, guys,
He doesn't want to do.
Did you guys not get that vibe? Oh my
Yeah.
god.
What? No.
He will do anything, I think, to cover up any sign that Pyrun wasn't the great man all of these people believe him to be.
He
So?
really, really doesn't want anything to get figured out.
No.
Not that I didn't get the vibe that he knows anything bad, but he's like he thinks Pyrun's great and doesn't want to do anything with us tomorrow.
If he thinks he's so great, then why is he's so afraid of us finding?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, okay, but this is a general thing, and it's not just here. This happens anywhere that that people are surprised in a negative way by people that they thought they knew. Their immediate reaction is to defend them, and then very often denial is their only go-to, because if they don't deny it, if they accept that this person is not who they thought they were, they have to admit that they were wrong, that they misjudged someone's character, and they're worried about that, what that then reflects on them. So to be honest, it's perfectly understandable.
Yeah, no, I don't think we're saying that he's doing something conspiratorial. It's more like we should just know the vibe of him.
His motivation, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So tomorrow...
I think for a lot of those people, they're scared of letting it... I think they're scared of finding the truth, because actually currently it's a bit of the, Schrodinger's effect.
Yeah.
Schrodinger.
If they don't know, they can just assume. What?
Schrodinger, a well-known goblin scientist and philosopher.
Oh my god, yes.
If they don't know the answer one way or the other, they can just carry on in sort of blissful ignorance. But once they know the answer, there is a risk that it could be the one they don't want.
Yes, but the point, I think me and Ashley are sort of making is this tour tomorrow. He's going to show us all the right things, So we need to go to the places we don't get a tour of. He was also very keen for us to turn up at 9.
On the morrow.
On the morrow. Nailed it. So maybe
Look at
we
Ashling
turn up...
talking like a local.
On the morrow.
Maybe we turn up just, maybe on 8 bells and like, whoops, sorry,
The preem.
time difference,
Jet lag. Sorry.
jet lag.
Dinosaur
know.
lag.
Came
I
all
get
the way
so
from
confused.
Cloudstone.
Yeah, I get so confused with the time difference between here and Cloud's Cone, which is an hour away
An hour by T-Rex.
Yeah.
by T-Rex. Yeah.
But yeah, that's
Well,
all.
yes, I mean, there's nothing wrong with us sort of maybe having a little wander around before then tomorrow. We just have to be at the gate to meet him at 9.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. All of that.
After breakfast, obviously.
Yeah, I'm not missing out on
Obviously.
that hash. It sounds amazing.
We'll have it, but yeah.
Okay.
But we do have permission to investigate the mansion. So, hopefully it won't come to that. But whether he likes it or not, we're not just there for a quick tour. We are actually here to investigate the mansion.
Well, yes, but that's what I was gonna say. If again, I'm not like scream. It's not like I'm like, well, I really want to be sneaky and stuff, but I really want to be sneaky and stuff. So, like, if you guys do the tour, or if anyone wants to come with me, then fine. But hey, I'm doing the tour, and then I can like slip off and like look at the, unsupervised Snoop.
Okay. Yeah, we could say that you're poorly or something and you're missing out.
Yes, I'm hungover. We'll say.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
Rock can make you invisible.
For how long?
Please.
I'll have to have a look.
Okay.
A while.
Yeah, that's well good.
Okay.
An hour, up to an
Oh,
hour.
hell yeah.
Okay. Great.
But hopefully we'll be able to all kind of have a look around at some point. We'll
Yeah.
Yes, but what I'm saying is this guy's probably not going to let us just walk on our own.
I don't think so, but we may be able to. Anyway, let's see how it goes. I mean, you never know. We can always cause a tiny distraction somewhere.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go talk to
can help.
Ventus, and that barmaid desperately wants gossip, so also might have gossip.
Oh God, yeah, she's been pointing to her empty glass all night. So make sure
Yeah.
that you buy
Yeah.
drinks.
I'm gonna go buy Ventus a drink.
Nice.
Awesome. So, the rest of the evening moves on. Vantis has a lot of little nothings to say about the estate
Shade.
in general. She has opinions about everybody,
God.
and you kind of get the impression that she basically doesn't have a lot to do with her day. She's supposed to be helping Palip out in the forge, but Palip has an apprentice, so now she spends a lot of time sort of gossiping with the other women in.
She's like on the homeowners association.
Homebodies. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She's a
Right.
lady with lunches.
Yeah. I say women, the other homestead people, the people who stay home
Yeah.
to take care of the stead itself, which is a nice variety, as everywhere in Cloudskern is a nice variety of genders. She actually doesn't have a lot of useful information. She has an opinion on what's going on. She believes that the Tin Tats are here to hold space until someone from Cloudskern can come and take over. This is all a big thing to basically discredit his lordship and take his home. Which she finds really sad because Rebecca used to be a friend and they used to be really close, and she can't understand how far they've fallen. She used to be one of the good ones, and clearly power has corrupted her.
To her like vague posting on Facebook, like I trusted you.
Yeah, that sort of thing. She's
Yeah.
To those friends who think they can talk behind my back, I
Yeah,
know who
DM
you
me,
are.
hun.
She is a 4'3" halfling Karen.
Oh God.
Fireball! Fireball!
Okay. But there's nothing I get from even like so she fully like Pyrun was a great man.
Yeah, she's
Like-
fully Pyrun couldn't have done this, like it's all a lie. She's drinking that Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Okay.
Her wife is a lot more measured. Her wife has the opinion that if there's smoke, there's fire. And she, particularly in this
And it's
instance,
usually Aisling setting something alight.
and Palip very much thinks that whatever Pyrun did was probably meant with the best intentions, but clearly wasn't right. If the city guard are here, then there is a reason Rebecca has to have them, and there's rumours of him being a traitor. Whatever is behind it, like, it must be true. There must be something to it. And she wishes they could find out why, because she's just hurt. This is a man she trusted, and she wants to know why. This is a man who she used to go up to the estate to repair bits and pieces, both from being a young apprentice all the way up to owning the business herself once her dad retired. Her dad, Mossy, is a toothless, wiry old man who is comes in about mid-evening and is definitely trying to flirt with everybody too young for him, because he's got nothing else to do with his life. It doesn't matter about gender or species. He's just like,
darling.
yeah, that sort of character. And both of the female halflings are mortified by his general existence, but they also, there's a fondness and a love there as well.
Yeah.
Get wrecked, Mossy.
The barmaid, who you find out is called Lissa, wants to know everything about the city. She's absolutely fascinated about fashions and who's doing what at court. And when she finds out that you are the Chosen, which have been heard about here, Parshkik's Chosen, she wants to know all about your adventures, who you are and stuff like that. What she gives away is pretty much what you're already suspecting. Everyone here has a different stance. The worst opinion of Pyrun is he's done something to betray our trust. We wish we knew why, and we wish we saw it coming. Everybody on the estate they're either older and they knew Pyrun as a boy and growing up into a man, into a fine leader. The thing you find out about is Pyrun is not the eldest son. His brother died quite young, and his father never forgave, always blamed Pyrun for it. It's a combination of you survived when the boy that I wanted to be my heir didn't, and Pyrun being a Ganassi. Which, again, as you've already found out, lots of rumours about his mother.
So is his brother not a Ganassi?
No, his brother was a human.
That's what the
Mother
rumours were
rumours.
about.
Mother rumours.
There
There we go. My note.
Yeah.
Not meth rumours.
No, I am pleased to announce that the note that I thought said meth rumours actually says mother rumours. There we go.
I am
Sus
glad we
shit.
got there. Yeah.
Yeah, only took
Nice.
us an hour and a half.
So,
But I'm glad no one in the village is cooking meth. Well, as far as we know.
that we know
Well,
of.
as far as you know,
As far as
we have
we know.
investigated everywhere. Yeah. Pyrun's young life was very much out in the fields, staying away from the estate, learning how the actual estate works, until he figured out he had a knack for magic, and he found a way to get away. And he went to Daklan to study at one of the slightly less prestigious magic colleges. But when he came back, his father and he still didn't get on. They tolerated one another until such time as his father passed away and he took ownership. And the general consensus is when Pyrun took ownership, he put the right people in the right places. He increased the pay for everybody. He reduced rents, and he basically turned the estate around from a place that was just not working, just kind of limping by, to a place that is profitable and people like working. He was a popular person.
Yeah,
He was
why
a
is
good
he a bad
person.
guy? This is wild.
Yeah. They kind of talk about because he's a mage, they kind of talk about that side of him as being a little confusing and something that they're not very familiar with, but he only ever did things like trying to repair things, enforce things, enchant things so that they didn't break. You find out that pallets... Go on, yeah?
Everyone seems to be talking about what a great guy he is, right?
Yes.
Does anyone mention how, like, oh, it was such a shame when his wife died, like, he took it really hard? Like,
Yes.
no one seems to be saying anything about his behavior changing.
Yeah. I mean, that's the kind of what you get. Whenever Marcel comes up, they glow about Marcel. She was a ray of sunshine. She took to the estate right away. Her loss destroyed Pyrun. And if it hadn't been for Turgle and Bolm and Igov in being as well prepared and as well supported by Pyrun, the estate would have gone under at that point. He just lost heart. For about 3 years, he was barely seen even by them. And then he started to take more of an active interest again and started coming out. And he was still sad and a bit lost, but at least he was there and he was helping. He still lent very heavily on the three people, heads of his estate, but at least people saw him and they gave him patience, and he was trying. Over the last year or so, the last few years, he'd actually been, and this is the thing that you find very curious, disappearing, going out to Cloud's Cairn. He said that he was going to retake his place on the council and support their causes there. This runs very contrary to what you have heard from Rebecca. He was not seen for a decade, but they're certain for the last 5 or 6 years he'd been going on a regular basis.
Some good tea.
Yeah, so it's interesting. The rest of the evening kind of marches on, and it gets to the point where people start peeling off because they need to do something. Eventually, Pallet has to kind of pull Vantins away because, like, she is messy. She got sloppy.
Oh my god.
Balib is just like, I think she needed that. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Ski is just like this. Yeah, no problem. You gave me nothing.
I had a lovely time.
Yeah, this was great.
After people
You
get a
make me
little
miss the
more used
Empire.
to you all, yeah. After people get used to you all, they kind of warm up. So you get a fair few people kind of saying goodbye to you and kind of patting you on the back and things like that. Thank you for drinks and support and things like that. And eventually Sovu shows you to a small hut about 50 meters or so away from the inn. Is a series of very small shepherd's huts, which have been built, obviously, and then kind of people have like moved on, or the families passed away or something, and so the inn has kind of taken them on as places to rent for people who are stopping over, or additional storage space for if they need them. Inside it is clean and tidy, and you have an opportunity to take a long rest.
Hey.
And also have a chat about what you figured out. But we'll come to that when we get back from our break. Cool. It is 1:45. We'll take a 10-minute break if that's okay, folks, and we'll be back at 5:02. Meanwhile, at home, have a stretch, have a walk around, grab some food, make sure you are drinking water. Have you drunk enough water today? Are you hydrated? Please hydrate. We'll be back in 10 minutes. In the meantime, have fun We love you.
Love you, bye.
Bye.
Mwah.
And we're back. Hello, everybody. I hope you had a lovely break. Yes, we have just been talking about the boy heat again, because apparently that's our thing today. You can work out what that's all about by yourselves. Before our break, our friends are desperately trying to endear themselves to the local people on the Pyrun estate. Some people it's worked quite well with, others less so, but at least they tried. And we left with them settling in for the night in a local cabin. So I haven't give you an opportunity to kind of role play off what you've discovered and talk to amongst yourselves about what your thoughts are.
I think once we're in, Rock's just going to say, right, I mean, there were some very, nice people to talk to, but did we really learn anything that was particularly helpful?
I mostly got asked to step aside and leave the table alone. So,
Okay, well, they're not great with outsiders. That's, we get that.
Well, we did learn that he's been apparently going to Cloud's Cairn on a regular basis for the past few years, which seems contradictory with what we heard from Rebecca, that no one's seen him for years.
yeah, he was supposed to be all shut away, wasn't he?
Oh,
So then
so where
either
was he
he's been
going?
going to Cloud's Cairn and nobody has been seeing him and it's been sort of to some kind of secret place in Cloud's Cairn, or he's been going somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Also, correct me if I'm wrong, Chris, but didn't they say that that's been for like 5 or 6 years?
Yes, they did. Yeah, 5 or 6 years. So a good long while, maybe even longer. They're not particularly great with time, because it's just one of those things. Farming communities, they're by seasons and stuff. But yeah,
How-
So they're not
Remind
paying
me-
attention, I suppose.
Remind me how long ago his wife died?
about a decade.
Okay.
And yeah.
Yeah, and he was barely seen for about 3 years. And then he started coming out and being sort of visible. And then for like 5 or 6 years, he was apparently going into Cloud's Cairn regularly.
Yeah.
So either he was going somewhere to try and, I don't know, I guess, figure out whether he could get his wife back, or he was contacted or met somebody and started meeting with other people. But then it does imply that this whole scheme has been, a good few years in the making.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was. Just got to figure out who started it, really. Like, did he seek someone, or did someone get in touch with him? Like, where did it start?
Yeah.
Maybe he learned some things when he was isolated, and then could only do so much, just needed to start finding outside sources, and maybe that's where he
Yeah.
started looking into things, and that was him going to Cloud's Cairn, but actually not.
That's a good point, yeah, because he did isolate for a while, so what was he doing?
Yeah, and I find it so hard to believe that no one knows what he was doing when he was isolated. Even if they were like, yeah, he was just like in the library all the time studying. He was in bed all the time,
Well, that's the thing. I mean, Bolm would be the one who would know that, I would suspect, but that's going to be another sort of matter getting that out of him.
Yeah, but unless you can get him on side and make it seem like you're coming from a place of compassion and understanding, you go, that must have been so
We are.
difficult to see. Yeah, we are. Again, tried to kill me.
Ethical concerns aside, yes.
Can I have a deception with disadvantage there, please, Skier?
I'll tell you now, it's a nat 1. Don't in mind, I'll take it. Ethical concern aside, I'm just saying you worded from a place of compassion and understanding of like, that must have been so hard, how did he cope with that? I can't imagine. This is what the people who normally talk say. That's all I've picked up. You go, oh, that must have been awful, but you say it in a way that makes people believe you.
Say it in a way that sounds genuine. Yes.
I love this energy that basically Skier is to empathy what Rock is to farming.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I've
heard about
once. Yeah.
Skier has empathy, just not for this guy that tried to kill her.
Well, look, hopefully we can get a situation tomorrow at some point where I can try that with him and again just try and be quite honest about the fact that things are not making sense, and we could do with some real help to understand what happened to Pyrun or how we can help him.
Yeah. How we're coming at it from his point of view, like maybe the council or the people are saying this stuff, maybe they're misunderstanding this man's grief. Yeah.
Well, exactly. And the more we learn about him and what really happened here and what he was really doing during that time, the more we can hopefully get all of this wrapped up and maybe get him back to here where everyone loves him and he can be back in his little village with them.
Yeah, all that.
Yeah.
So it's not good.
No.
But yes, we could do that, and I'm pretty good at spinning a little tale for people. So hopefully we'll get a chance to do that tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So you'll sweet talk him, and then I'll
try.
I'll snoop around.
Yeah, you snoop.
Okay. What about
I can cause a distraction if needed.
Stunning. Yes.
Well, the thing is, hopefully we can do a bit of a tour and then ask him if we can have a look around, or maybe I can have a conversation with him while you guys look around, or
while we leave. That's a fun one. You go, I'm going now, and then you don't leave.
And then you stand on the spot and do steps, right? And then they think you've walked away. Yeah.
Open the door, close the door.
Yeah.
Gets them every time.
I mean, that's a little hard to do if he's in the same room. He may see you pretending to walk away.
You hide behind a curtain, Rock.
And Rock, you have to be super charming, so you're all he sees.
Yeah.
Well, look, the thing is, we do have permission to look around, not just for a tour. So even if he's trying to, show us only the good stuff, we do still have a chance to look around, and he can't follow all four of us at the same time.
And hey, I seem to be kind of good at working out if someone's completely lying. Very lying. So you get him chatting, and then I'll watch him and see whether he's telling the truth or not.
That won't be weird, having an in-depth personal conversation with him while you stare at him across the room.
He's used to it. I've done it since we've met today.
It's true.
Sometimes it is really amazing how insightful you are with people.
Thanks. Yeah, it's because I don't have any filters, do I?
Oh, no, I hadn't picked that up at all.
Okay, all right. It can be unuseful sometimes, but also useful when I'm watching people.
True. Very true.
Yeah.
Anyway, anything else helpful that we learned? Sounds like his father was a dick.
Oh yeah, what's that about? With his brother and everything.
Wait, what?
You got-
I got
Oh,
stuck
yeah.
talking to Vantis all night, so
Oh yeah,
I have
you were there
nothing.
for hours. What did she tell you?
Nothing. She told me so
You
much,
misread
and
that one,
yet
didn't you?
nothing. I know. She contradicted herself on the same subject 3 different ways, 3 times.
Whoa. She
Yeah.
was blasting through that wine. That carver was just going right through.
Yeah, she was. She was. So no, I didn't learn anything. So you guys tell me.
I didn't know they served Lambrini in these villages.
Lammers, mate, lammers. She's right on the lammers.
Yeah, I mean, she could barely walk by the time they left, but but yeah, I mean, it sounds a bit like, well, to be honest, it sounds like Pyrun didn't have the best time growing up. So it kind of adds fuel to the idea that losing his wife, who apparently had helped him create this idyllic life in this village, was probably quite a breaking point.
Mm-hmm.
I still want to know how he went from being alone inside his house for years to being part of a conspiracy to do God knows what.
Yeah, because we've all got trauma and we've not done that. Just saying.
Most of your
That you
trauma
know
comes
of.
from these people.
Exactly.
You know.
Okay.
Well, let's see tomorrow. And also, I think it's good that Turgle said he would have a drink with me tomorrow, because he seems very hesitant, but I also get the feeling that he probably is very in the know. He seems to know everything that's going on, so...
Can I have from? I'm gonna pick Eugene for this. Can I have a retroactive charisma check?
Oh. Theo, your face, like, bitch, really?
Straight charisma?
Just straight charisma. It's fine.
All right.
I told you that's an oxymoron.
It's a 4.
4. Okay. Don't worry. You.
Don't worry.
I mean, how?
Anyway.
How was Eugene's night in terms of trying to talk to people and things?
Oh.
Well, I just rolled a 4 for my charisma, so
Yeah. Difficult, awkward. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's fair. What I will say is, yeah, Eugene, you probably didn't get a lot, but you did catch as people were walking around, because you were not as engaged with the conversation, you got to watch people a lot more. And after Turgle's exchange with Rock, there were a few people who were kind of like chatting in that way, like you I guess seeing someone get back on the horse, as it were, like as if Turgle has been on his own for a long time, and that sort of exchange with Rock looked hopeful to a lot of people who maybe wanted him to find happiness again. But yeah, that's all you managed to pick up, because you couldn't talk to anybody about it directly, unfortunately. In the meantime,
I mean, you could. It's just a really awkward conversation.
so your evening winds down. You have this. It's very simple, but it's very comfortable little house to settle down in. There's enough space for you to kind of pull out the bedroll, and 2 people to take the bed if they want to as well. Do you want to do anything special, or are you just going to go straight for your long rest?
Ashling's quite comfy, just
I think I'm
chilling out on the bedroll.
Yeah, just want to rest.
Cool. In which case, you can all take a long rest. It's quite cool. You fall asleep. The night carries on. It's actually quite early for you guys, but it's one of those things where everyone else was kind of gone, so there was no real reason to hang around anymore. It's probably the earliest you've gone to bed for a while. Aisling, do you sleep or not?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Aisling, you're sitting up, sketching, when you hear a scream.
Wonderful.
Coming
Excellent.
from somewhere
Great.
in the Hamlet. And voices kind of shouting. And as you kind of get to your feet, you notice a shadow move across one of the windows. What do you want to do?
Okay. Who am I nearest to right now? Who's also sleeping in the bedroll?
I think everybody is. Is anyone on the bed, or are you all on the bed?
Did we all bundle in?
All bundle in.
Yeah, that bed looks like it's got bed bugs. I'll stay on the bedroll.
Ew. Okay, I'll sort of crouch down and poke all three of them. Guys! Guys! Guys!
Oh God, what are you doing?
Oi!
Leo stabbed you.
Shh! Don't stab me. Shh. There's a scream. There was a right loud scream, and then a load of voices, and something just went past the window. Skia, fucking get it.
I'm on it like a cat. Like when you hold a cat up to a bug.
Yeah. Literally, I'm like, yeah.
And then she slowly strokes it.
With a knife.
Friend?
Friend.
Yeah, can Skia try and spot everything Ashleen's just said? Like signs of a commotion, signs of this thing.
I'll try and point in the
Perception
best direction I can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I will head to the door.
Is this everyone doing a perception?
I will head to the door.
Anybody who wants to try and listen to see if there's anything going on outside the house, or
Can I open the window?
Sickening.
yes, you can. We'll do this in order. You can indeed open the window. Skia, what did you roll?
31.
31. Aisling, what did you roll?
25.
25. Rock, what were you doing again?
I was just going to head to the door to literally because I can hear the voices, sort of the hubbub. So I was just going to go to the door to see what's happening outside.
So those of you that rolled well, you can hear lots of voices and panicked and shouting. Someone shouting order, which you quickly realise is the lieutenant trying to direct people into the right place. Eugene, as you head to the window, you see something shift outside. Rock.
I'm going to send Pocket out of the window.
Are you going to open the window to do so?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I wanted to open the window, so I could get Pocket out there to have a look.
As you do that, does an 18 hit?
Oh,
Yes.
Okay.
hit who? Eugene or Pocket?
Eugene. I think you've got Pocket out. You're opening the window to let him go out and have a look.
Caw-caw.
You take 5 slashing damage and 7 psychic damage as this shadowy form leaps at you through that and sticks its claws literally into your chest, pulling away, and you stumble back. Rock.
Can I try and grab onto them?
Yes, your hands go right through them.
Piss.
It's a natural 20. 12 plus 3, 15. Rock, you take 15 slashing damage. (21 psychic damage) as this creature
Just got our hit points back.
with this deep, dark, cloak-like figure with this shining beam, like fashion of light where its face should be, literally comes at you through the door and grabs at your throat. I'd like you all to
Do
roll
I get a
initiative,
reaction?
please. You will do in a second when you've rolled initiative.
Mm.
16 for Skia.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. Hold on to your numbers for a second.
Are we getting a tactical map?
You are, yes. Please open.
I
think it's at this point
Faceless
that
Wanderer, horrible.
You. Okay, so. Awesome.
Wait, I've got to zoom in to see what they look like.
Horrible. That's what they look like.
Ugh.
You have fought these things before.
What? When?
I'm trying to remember actually, but you've definitely fought them before. They look a little bit more like this.
Oh,
Previously.
yeah.
Those goth idiots.
I remember that picture. Yeah, we didn't like them then, so...
Cool. They rolled really good. Cool. Right, starting with Eugene.
Initiative 15.
Yes, please. 15. Aisling.
9.
9.
Yep.
Skia.
18.
And Rock.
22.
22. Rock, you scramble back. It is your go first.
Okay.
You are engaged with one of them. There are two others that have entered the room and they're literally coming through the walls.
So they're in the room, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if I can, I am just going to... Yeah, I'm just going to grab my sword and swing it at the one that's closest to me, if I can.
You can indeed.
Okay. So that will be 22 to hit.
22 will hit.
Okay. And I am actually going to do my smite.
Yeah.
Divine smite.
Cool.
Why
Yeah.
does it always take me so long to figure out my smite?
If
Okay,
you're
let's
doing
do
it
the
at
initial
first level, it's 3d8. Actually, 2d8.
3d8.
At first level, it's 2d8 unless these things are fiend or undead, in which case it'd be 3.
They are undead.
Yeah, that's what I was assuming. So that's okay. So first of all, let's just do the sword, which is 4 and 4, plus 2. No, plus 6. Sorry, 2d6 plus 6. So that's 8 plus 6. So it's 10 slashing damage, magical slashing damage, and
Yep.
then 3d8, which is a 6 and a 6. Wow, 4 and a 4 and a 6 and a 6. Oh, one more. Bollocks. And a 4. So 6, 6, 4. So that's 12, and 4 is 16. 16 radiant damage.
16 radiant damage. That is quite a hit. This thing does seem to try to shriek back from you a little bit. It is their go. Oh, sorry, do you want to do anything
Hang on
else
for
with
my
your
bonus
action?
action. Yeah, please. For my bonus action.
This
Sorry.
Airbnb is getting terrible reviews tomorrow. Correct, Rooney. Correct.
Never mind that. We're never getting our deposit back. Sorry, I'm just having a quick look.
Cool. They are up next.
Yes,
and
so
Eugene, Skier, you're after that. Sorry, go on.
That's all right. I'm going to use my channel divinity.
Okay.
And I'm going to use the feature called... Just trying to find it. My feature called... Against all odds.
Lovely.
Yeah, so I am going to channel my divinity, and until the end of my next turn, I'll give Eugene resistance to all damage.
Ooh. Nice.
Excellent. This is Rock's Paladin Oath feature. As the Oath of the Survivor, he can grant his will to survive onto another person. So, Eugene, you feel like you can face down evil greater than yourself at the moment just by standing near Rock. That is very good. Cool. There you go. The one in front of Rock is that face twists and twits towards you, and you kind of see yourself almost echoed in the shadows of the hood. Can you make an intelligence saving throw, please?
Oh, yeah. Intelligence saving. +1. That's an unnatural 20.
Very nice. So, you only take 6 psychic damage, halved again, 3 because of your resistance. You kind of feel this thing trying to rummage around in your memories, and suddenly you're like, oh yeah, these are definitely the same things we've faced before. They steal memories. One next to Eugene is going to do exactly the same thing. Can I have an intelligence saving throw from you, please?
Sure. That's 28.
Yep.
Wow.
You 6, 10, 11, halved to 5, halved again to 3. You take 3 psychic damage because of the resistance that Rock has given you. And your memories are safe. This one over here is going to drift over to Aisling. It's going to make 2 attacks. Yeah. 18 and a 15 to hit.
Yes, but I'm gonna use shield on one of them.
Cool. Does that take them
It
both
will
out, or
last
one?
till your next turn.
What does that make?
Oh,
your
okay,
armor
cool.
class?
I'm gonna use my reaction. It increases my armor class by 5, so I'll have 21.
Yep.
Yeah, so
cool.
neither of them will
them
hit.
Cool.
Okay. All right, cool. Yep.
And this last one will drift over to Skier. And make 2 attacks. Those are not great. That is a 9 and an 11, so they miss. So don't worry about it.
Damn
It's
it.
important. Don't worry about it. That will make it. I think it's Skier's go. You said 18 for your initiative, wasn't it?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Yes.
Um.
Eugene, you're up next.
Oh, what was I gonna do? Eugene is up next. I don't like Eugene's on his own. I'm gonna bonus action disengage.
Nice.
And use my 40 foot of movement for this round to get over to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
Nice.
And help Eugene
Nice.
out so he can maybe get away.
Nice.
And 3 attacks on this thing. The first is a dirty 20 to hit.
Dirty 20. Are you using Dread Ambusher?
Yes.
Doesn't that only work if they've not had an action?
Oh, I thought. Sorry, I thought it was just my first turn. Hang on, let me check.
It might be your first turn. I might be misremembering.
At the start of your first turn of each combat.
Yep. Awesome. That's no problem then.
And I'm going to put sneak attack on this because Eugene's there. 10.
And I helped.
You did. You being here literally helped. I had other reasons for
You're
coming.
screaming distracted.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm trying to find my math. Plus 4, so 22 points of damage on the first one.
Nice.
And then we've got a...
Is that magical damage?
Yes, because my Yichilwer was given to me from a dead lich.
Given to you.
Yeah, well, they viewed it. They were like, "Here, make it magical."
Both of your Yikwa are because one of them was a gift from someone. I can't remember. I know
Yes,
that they're
it
both
was.
enchanted now.
Yeah, they're both enchanted now. The second is a 16 to hit.
16 will hit.
Amazing.
Hey.
Let me get to the an extra 8 onto this, so it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12 points of damage.
12 points of damage. Yep.
And then last one is an 18 for 10 points of damage. As Ski just runs over and just with her Yichilwer.
Drax the Destroyer from Guardians 2. Ah!
Yeah. That's
this thing
my
seems to be
go.
made amazing. Seems to be made of mostly cloth. There's no physical form to it, but you do notice your Yikwa does slice through and do damage. It shrieks. That'll make Eugene's go.
I would like them all to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Amazing.
All of them.
Yeah, I believe so.
Nice.
Okay. So the one next to you, 17. One next to Rock,
No.
13.
Nope.
One next to Aisling, 16. And the one on its own, 7.
Oh, get wrecked.
They are all under the slow condition.
Ooh.
Amazing.
Love
So-
it.
Hello.
Their speed is halved.
Yep.
They have a -2 to AC and Dex saves, and they can't use reactions. And on their turn, they can only use either an action or a bonus action, not both.
Fantastic, thank you. Cool.
And now that they cannot use their reaction, I'm gonna move away.
Nice.
Smart.
Clever.
Smart.
Peace.
Eugene is
Fantastic.
definitely the clever one.
Mm-hmm.
Aisling.
Yes.
Your go.
I'm going to bonus action.
Run away!
No, bonus action. Wake up my sword, and that's gonna be in aggressive mode. So.
Ooh. So rather than
make
butterflies,
it-
there's these sharp-looking glass moths.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, so makes a melee attack. So anytime a creature makes a melee attack against me, my sword makes an attack against them.
Brilliant.
Nice.
And then with my full action, because I'm just the right distance from these idiots, I'm going to cast Burning Hands, 15-foot cone.
Yes.
Ooh, nice.
Which requires a deck save, which is fucking excellent, so...
Okie dokie. One of the one in front of you rolls a 19.
Yeah.
And
Is
the one
that
behind
-2?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the one behind it rolls a 16.
Okay, the one behind it doesn't save, but I'm pretty sure they still take
Cool.
half damage.
Yep. Burning Hands is a half damage thing.
Yeah, okay. Alright, cool. I'm going to roll on D&D Beyond because it's easier. Okay,
Works.
so that's 24 damage to the one back here. And then the
24.
one near me will take 12.
Yep.
Nice.
Again, shrieks, and you kind of see these things do catch fire, and they do seem to be affected by this. Top of the round, it is Rock. These things are going to move next, and then it is Skia.
Okay. I am going to. Chris, if you wouldn't mind, would I be able to tell whether, like, my previous attacks looked like they did more than Ashling's fire attacks, or like?
No, they seem to have done about as much as you expected, though.
Okay, cool. So I am going to. Yeah, I'm going to use my Talk of Dragon's Favor, and I am going to change the element of my breath weapon to Radiant.
Nice.
Cool.
And I am going to blast these two, because they will fit into the 15-foot cone. So the one with Ashling and the other one that's further away from me. So I'm staying where I am, but turning to face them, and I'm going to blast them with my breath weapon with a blast of of radiant energy.
Awesome.
Wonderful.
So they need to
make
roll dexterity saving throws.
Oh
Okay.
no!
14 from the one that's on its own, and 18 from the one in front of Ashling.
Yeah, they actually both save, but they still take half.
Yeah.
Okay, what am I rolling? 48.
right.
Okay.
48. It's quite big, that one.
So that's 8. Oh, and 8.
16.
And 2. 18 plus 6. 24.
They both
Nice.
take
24
half of
radiant
24.
damage to both of them.
So they both save, so they take half of that.
Yeah, so 12 radiant to each of them.
Brilliant. So
And then,
Rock turn. Yep.
for my bonus action, I am going to. Yeah, so for my bonus action, I'm actually going to throw out my floating rapier.
Perfect. I still need to sort that token out.
Yeah, so it takes an attack on the bonus action, so it is 17 to hit.
Yep, we'll hit.
And I'm actually going to throw it out and let it get the guy in front of me.
Okie doke. So it's.
So they all get a little damage.
You're being really nice and pragmatic about that. That's really lovely of you.
I'd try. So that will be 4 points of damage. Magical slashing.
Sorry, did you roll to attack?
Yeah,
Oh, you did.
17.
Sorry, yeah. 17. And the one versus you has 4 points of damage. Brilliant. Thank you very much. It is their go. Skia, I would like an intelligence saving throw, please.
Oh no. I'm in danger.
I'm in danger.
16?
16 saves. Again, you feel
hey.
that. You feel the
Yes.
same thing. Somebody trying to root around, so you take half damage.
Don't forget, we have magical bedroll dice. So if you're saved,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
damage.
15,
Plus 6.
half to 7. 7 damage. 7
Okay.
psychic damage to you. You feel something trying to root around your memories, almost trying to delete this whole entire event from your mind.
Ooh. Get out of my head.
Ow!
Ashling, this one is going to attack you. No, actually, I would like an intelligence saving throw, please.
Is this a magical effect?
It is not, I'm afraid. It's a natural effect. Sorry.
Piss hell.
I
Oh,
swear that we'll get a wizard against you at some point and you can just go, yeah.
Dirty 20 to save.
Dirty 20 will save.
Nice.
Again, same thing. You feel something trying to pull your memories out and you shake it off. You take 6 psychic damage.
Oh wait, was that melee?
No.
Okay.
It's a different type of effect, I'm afraid.
damn it.
This one will drift up to Eugene. Got enough movement to do that. It's going to make 2 attacks on you.
It's going to make 1 attack, actually.
It's going to make 1 attack on you.
Oh yeah, because they've got slow.
Actually.
Oh.
I don't know, one evening with vampires. It is an 18 to hit.
I'll use my reaction to cast shield.
Amazing. So again, same sort of thing. Bounces off the barrier. And this one in front of Rock will also try and attack. That's a dirty 20.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
5 points.
Actually,
of slashing.
no. I'm going to use my wings to protect myself.
Oh, cool. Yep.
I can use as a reaction. I can use my gift of the metallic driving protective wings, so it increases my AC by 4, so it won't hit me then.
Amazing. So again, scratches off of your wings as they reappear. Cool. That was a solid round from them.
Yeah. Sorry.
Skia, your turn. Eugene, you are up next.
Cool. Actually, seeing these things slow down, they're still like moving, like whoa, right?
Yeah.
Just like that.
They look like cloth draped in the wind that's not there.
Okay. Skia's gonna run over here and attack this one in front of Eugene. It's like, just leave the wizard alone.
For God's sake, he's paper thin!
Did you get flanking?
Yeah.
do.
Flanking
Yeah, you'll
right
get-
now. Yeah.
I just rolled a nat 20.
Oh.
So with
So
sneak
I guess
attack.
you're
Sneak
sneak
attack
attacking that one as well. Yeah. So
Yeah.
Oh my
Crunchy,
God.
that crit. Tell me your
God.
initial number, the maximum roll you would roll on that first one.
Okay.
And then roll it
That is,
after that, and I'll help.
that's 36 points of damage before I've rolled.
Yep.
Yo.
Excellent. And just roll your dice, but don't add your
Fuck
modifier
him up.
onto that one.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Did I say 36, 40, 45, 50, 54, 56 points of damage.
Yeah.
Skier,
Dude.
tell me how you kill
Wow.
this thing.
Ooh, it's just like floating cloth, and I think like the sneak attack is her thinking, I just need to unpick these seams. So she's like, like if you're just not attached to each other, you can't hide.
That's fucking
Stunning.
Perfect. So you
Um,
watch as Skier pulls this thread apart and kind of almost like wrapping up a wall ball. She just pulls it apart and it shreds and it's kind of and vanishes into a pile on the floor, which dissipates in a familiar shadowy energy.
Fun.
Amazing. I have a second attack.
Of course.
I don't. Oh, I can't. I can't move. But Ski is just going to throw her Yicklewa at the one with Ashley.
Nice, thanks,
Perfect.
babe.
Don't worry about it.
Okay, never mind.
I mean, their
No,
AC
we
is
can't.
super low at the moment.
11.
All the
11 will hit.
Oh, okay. Amazing. Sweet.
oh my god, of course,
Okay.
okay. Slowed.
Yeah, that's great. 13 points of damage.
13 points of damage.
Yeah. Ski just throws her Yicklewa and then like
Underrated
brings it
spell.
back. It's a
So
great
great.
spell. I love it.
Everyone goes hasty
Um,
because they want to go faster, but
Just make everyone else go slow.
Yeah.
That's my turn.
amazing. Eugene.
Alright, I am going to cast Steel Wind Strike on these bad boys.
Nice.
Ooh.
So that is a... They all hit. The lowest one is 14.
Cool.
Hell yeah.
Let's say bottom right first. So that's 10, 20, 36 damage to the one in the bottom right. Is that right?
Eugene's just trying to show off now. It's because Skier did one sick thing. Eugene's like, I can do that.
32
I
points damage.
blame Skade.
Yeah, yeah.
32
Yeah, me
points
too.
damage. 32 points of damage to the bottom left.
Oh my god.
And then
From Rob.
the final one will take 35.
Fucking hell.
Eugene, describe your kills.
Oh.
Sick. I think seeing what Skier just did, he kind of tries to emulate the same thing. So like he teleports to each one and then tries to like take them apart at the seams, basically, just like Skier did.
Nice.
Amazing. I feel like you kind of hook the edge of the cloak, and as you teleport, you almost teleport away, ripping these creatures into pieces as you go. And the last one
Yeah, that's
is just like Ashling. You just see this knife appear through that empty space, that soft glowing empty space, and it just collapses around, leaving you all panting from shock, but otherwise fine.
I would like to still send Pocket straight out that window, please.
Yep.
Yeah, I was going to say, Rock will also head to the door and just kind of, as he's going, will just yell, there might be more of them outside. People were yelling.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's go.
I'm sending Pocket out the window.
Okay.
All right, so
Okay, open it first.
Yeah, I did that. That's how I got stabbed.
you send Pocket out. Pocket is still eagle form at the moment, isn't he?
A
Or is
hawk.
he-
Yeah.
Hawk, yeah. Out into.
No, he's a
the
rat.
night air.
Eugene just throws
Yeah.
it out the
Just
window.
throw him out the window.
He's like into the snow.
Resummon.
we
It's fine.
won.
He soars into the night air. It is not quite as easy for him to see as it would be in an owl or something, but he can see clear enough. There are shadows moving through the streets, pouring out of the mansion door, attacking the tin hats and the local populace.
What?
There is violence all around, screams. You can see several people. You watch as one of the farmhands, you watch through Pocket's eyes as one of the farmhands gets caught upon by one of these shadows that plunges its hand in, and as he falls to the floor, he raises up as another shadow.
Sweet. Great.
The tin hats are turning the tide, but they are hard pressed.
And where are they at the mansion?
They're spread out all across the
Okay.
hamlet. The door to the mansion is clearly open, and a soft, ashy smoke pours like fog down the hill. Soft, glowing light is inside. What would you all like to do?
Well, first of all, I'll relay all of that to the rest of them.
It sounds like we need to get to the mansion.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we have to help. Let's try and get there. Yeah, run.
You run
Can I
in-
send Pocket up to the mansion?
Yeah, you can. He lands. Are you going to get him to land on the mansion?
I want him to go in that door, get as close to the front, like see in through the door as possible.
Amazing.
And I just want to send him and then have him telepathically tell me what's happening. I don't want to have, because I want to go with these guys. I don't want to have to stand there and walk into him, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. What's his armor class?
Good question. Let me just have a looky. Probably not
Whilst this
very
is all
much.
happening, by the way, can I cast Armor of Agathis on myself? Just in
Yes, you can.
preparation.
Just for fun.
Just
for
for fun.
shizzle and giggles.
Just gonna treat myself, and then at the same time,
Makes
I'm
me
gonna
shine.
use-
Makes me shine all pretty.
and straight afterwards, I'm gonna use my Pearl of Power and get my fucking spell slot back.
Get it back.
It's 13.
Yeah. Pocket. You're not walking into Pocket at the moment, are you?
No.
You sense Pocket disappear from this plane
Okay.
as something strikes him down.
He gonna be pissed.
You charge through this village. These shadows are deadly to citizens like these, but for you all, they're quite short work. You help turn the tide and push towards the mansion. The tin hats all around kind of fall in behind you and help press back these shadows where they come from. You step up and you look behind you as you can see the tin hats have brought as many of the people as they can, everybody who survived, into a central area, and they look like they are going to be okay. In fact, the lieutenant, as soon as she kind of steps in with you at the moment, what is your plan, my lord?
I don't fucking know.
We're
Well,
going
Well,
in.
They're coming from the mansion. We
We're
have
going
to
to go
get
to the mansion.
Yeah.
We will take
They
care
seem
of
to be
things
coming
out.
from the mansion, so we're okay. We're going to go there. You just look after them if you can.
we'll take care of the citizenry, and as soon as we have things under control here, I will send men to support you. Good luck. You
too.
You kind of get closer to the mansion. You see a big, burly man leant against a wall, bleeding from several scratches. Turgle, looking shocked and betrayed.
Can I try and stabilize him, or like do a medicine check to see how hurt he is?
Yep, absolutely.
That's 16.
More shock. The damage is there, and he will feel it in the morning, but it's more superficial. It could be far worse. But he does look at you all and go, "It was Bomb. Bomb opened the gates and let this out."
Do you know what I was just going to say? Chris, can I check if anyone's, like, conspicuously absent? Because I thought, I bet you it's bloody Bomb.
Please. I don't know what's going on, but you have to stop this. You have to save us.
Get to the center of the village. That's where the tin hats are, and they'll protect you.
Kind of staggers to his feet. I mean, it's more, again, he's shaky. This has come as a surprise. This is not something that he's ever seen. But he nods. "I'm sorry that you had the bad reception you did, but I'm asking you to protect us now."
We'll do our best.
Yeah, we got you.
Chris, can I, as we go past, I will just sort of tap him, try and reassure him by sort of patting him condescendingly, and I'm going to cast Cure Wounds.
Yep. There.
There, shh.
No tears to stream.
Yes, I'm just going to cast Cure Wounds so that any wounds he does have hopefully will be healed, so that he can help protect them in the center of the village.
Nice.
As he kind of, once he kind of sees the magic filling him, he kind of seems to regain a bit of his composure. And you see as he heads off, he leans into a front yard and pulls out an axe used for chopping firewood, and he nods to you all and then charges towards the center of the village.
Okay, so I guess we go in there now, huh?
I don't think we have a choice.
Ugh.
Well, come on, this should be fun. It's about time we had another fight.
Is it?
Well, yes, and we get to look around. We get to look around the mansion without anyone stopping us.
Whilst bleeding and forgetting everything. Okay.
Oh, it's only a little blood. You'll heal, probably. Come on.
Parshkik's chosen, gather their resolve, and head into the Pyrun estate, not knowing exactly what faces them. And we will find out exactly what they have to deal with next week.
Good, easy things aren't
Good,
bad.
easy things.
And that are,
yeah, you think?
And that are good and easy.
I mean, what we have to deal with, apart from the literal tsunami of shadowy creatures that can kill us by sucking our life force. Sure, yeah.
Whatever.
I'm sure we'll be fine.
Yeah.
It's not like Eugene died yesterday.
He just nearly
you
died.
Really?
Chances of that happening 2 days in a row.
Yeah.
Oh, hi.
Oh, shut your face.
A high when your armor class is 16 and you've got 58 hit points.
Pretty good for a wizard, though, to be fair.
Yeah, 16 is my armor class too.
And the rogue rangers, so you're doing good.
And technically, with shield, it's 21.
Also, Eugene just wiped out 3 of them in literally a split second. So
Eugene's the tank
Glass
now.
cannons.
I have no sympathy. I'm sorry. No sympathy anymore. You're on your own now.
Guys, this has been so much fun. I hope you are enjoying this as much as I am. We will be back next week for more chaos and hopefully some revelations as to exactly what Bomb is up to and what it does relate to in terms of their enemies. More Chazo! More Chazo!
More Chazo!
My friends here are going to tell you a little bit about where you can find them and if they have anything going up. And I will take tribute today. Would anyone like to go first?
I'll go first.
Amazing. Thank you, Wayne.
Yeah.
I'll do it quietly. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us today. It was a lot of fun.
Oh god, ASMR.
Charlie's getting creeped out. Anyway, you can find me on the socials and the internet as Created by Wayne. That's on Instagram and even on TikTok, where I posted one thing in like 5 years. So do
You're
come
an
and say hi. Do you know what? I am now a YouTube nano influencer, apparently. Yeah.
So, okay.
I mean, it's not like they give me a certificate or money or anything, but yeah, apparently I count as a nano influencer now, which is great.
Put
I'll
that
have to
shit on
start doing stupid
LinkedIn.
videos. Anyway, yes, I'll put a post on LinkedIn. I am thrilled to announce that I've just been told. Anyway, yeah, you can find me everywhere. It's Created by Wayne, and thank you everyone for joining us. And it really does mean a lot to us. And please do join our Discord and come and say hi and stuff. Yeah, okay, love, bye.
Do swap past, and I've also popped Wayne's website in the chat as well. So if you want to see the wonderful branding things he does, or put your name down for the next launch of his course, which should be coming up in the next few months, please do. It's really worth doing so. You can learn a lot from the wonderful things that Wayne does. Going to go counterclockwise because it's the end of the game and we're going to wind things back with Charlie.
Oh my Satan. Hello, I'm Charlie. All my stuff's at charlieevents.com. There's my portfolio and a shop and link to my Instagram on there too, which is my only social media really. Yeah, I mean, I've been.
Go check out the picture of the window that Charlie did. She did like a whole shop window this
Really
week.
cute.
It was really cool.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I did. I decorated a shop window for a book launch of a book that I illustrated, which happened yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday. And it was pretty cool. And there's going to be some photos, and there's cute dog photos that'll be coming up as well, because it's about a dog. And the actual dog was there, and he's adorable. And, yeah, that's about it. I'll be doing some cool drawings soon. And hi, Mum. Love you, Mum.
Hi, Charlie.
Hi,
Charlie's
Mum.
mum. I hope that all came through at time. If not, we're all over the place. But it was harmonious in my ears.
Stunning. Stunning.
Irreverent.
Amazing. Yes. Theo, would you like to go next, please?
Sure. You can find my illustration and stuff on my website, which is theoblueillustration.com. And there should be links to all the other places you can find me on the internet. Mostly active on Instagram, though, because Twitter is a hellhole right now.
It is. That is
Ain't
fair.
that the truth?
How many days left till the UK launch?
A couple.
4
4 days.
Oh my
4
god!
days.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
I'm so
yeah, 4 days.
excited.
4 days. It's going to be amazing. We're very excited.
Or 2 days if you live in the United States
No spoilers, please.
or Canada.
No spoilers.
No spoilers, please, for the book I've already seen.
Yeah.
No spoilers. I don't want to know what happened at the end of the. Wait, hang on.
No.
Okay, never mind.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Theo. Michelle.
Hi. Yeah, you can find me at Feline Trickster on social media. But as I say most weeks, I very rarely post there. However, I do often share my art in the Discord for some of the heroes. So if you want to see what I'm up to, I tend to share it there. Other thing I want to shout about at the beginning, but Shards for the Artisan, I have it ready.
Yeah.
It was ready. Kickstarter is still live. There's only a few more days left to back it. It's a really fun, cool project, and I'm really hoping
It's so pretty.
we can get it going.
Gorgeous.
Because it's really pretty, and who doesn't love artists OCs? But yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.
Love it. Brilliant. That just leaves me. I am Chris Mepham, RPG, wherever media is socialed. I will try and post a little bit more. Life's been busy. Happens. I'm still working on the portraits for the villains for this. Hopefully I'll get them done before this lot kill them all off. It should be about right.
Sounds like a challenge.
I am also usually, though not always, the voice between at Some Other Heroes as well, which is probably more active to follow. We have some exciting stuff coming up soon. We're working on some new stuff in the background. And don't forget, if you have a project or you are a creative of any kind, particularly those in the queer space or TTRPG space, and you'd like us to shout us out in our upcoming interval video, drop us a message at any of the social places or someotherheroes@gmail.com, and we will chat to you about getting that all sorted out. Or you can drop us a message in the share other stuff on our Discord as well, and we can get that added in as well. And you get a little bit of a bonus to get it in front of our audience beforehand as well. So that is it for this week. We will be back next week with episode 92 and a Mansion of Madness. Till then, have an amazing week. Roll dice, tell stories, be lovely to one another. We love you lots.
Love you, bye.
Bye.